Welcome back, beloved souls of Lumina Eterna. Whether you are a returning seeker or joining us for the first time, I'm so grateful you're here. Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey, a voyage not across oceans or continents, but through the vast landscapes of the Spirit. We will navigate by the stars of ancient wisdom, guided by the eternal truths of the Bible. Our map, 7 spiritual laws as constant and enduring as the laws of nature that govern the universe and the very fabric of our being. These laws, woven into the tapestry of creation, hold the keys to unlocking divine power within your life. Our journey begins with a profound concept, a principle lying at the heart of creation itself. The ancients called it mentalism, the first of the 7 spiritual laws. It is encapsulated in the simple yet profound phrase, "The all is mind." Imagine, if you will, the universe before the dawn of time, before the first star ignited or the first galaxy swirled into existence. There was only the void, and within that void, the divine mind, and within this divine mind, a thought took shape, a thought so powerful, so pregnant with possibility, that it became the seed of all creation. This principle resonates through the very first words of the Bible. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Creation, born from the word, from thought itself. This is the essence of mentalism. It is the understanding that everything we see, everything we experience begins as a thought within the divine mind. And just as the universe was formed from this divine thought, so too are our individual lives, shaped by the thoughts we hold within our own minds. Think of your mind as a garden. What thoughts will you allow to take root and flourish? Thoughts of love, of joy, of abundance, or will you permit the weeds of fear, of doubt, of limitation to choke the growth of your spirit? The power to choose is yours. Just as God spoke creation into being, so too do you have the power to speak your own reality into existence. What is the divine intention you hold in your mind today? What dreams, what aspirations, what longings are you nurturing within the fertile ground of your being? Share your vision in the comments below. Let your thoughts be known, for in the sharing you breathe life into their manifestation. Our exploration now leads us to the second spiritual law, the law of correspondence. This law unveils the interconnectedness of all things, the intricate dance between the seen and the unseen, the spiritual and the physical. It is often expressed in the Hermetic maxim, as above, so below. Imagine, if you will, a still pond, reflecting the majesty of the night sky. Just as every star, every constellation, every celestial wonder finds its perfect reflection in the water below, so too does the divine realm find its mirror in the earthly plane. This law reminds us that we are not separate from the divine, but rather we are reflections of it, expressions of its infinite beauty and boundless potential. Just as a drop of water contains the essence of the vast ocean, so too do we carry within us the spark of the divine. Jesus, in his infinite wisdom, taught us to pray, "Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven." This is the very essence of the law of correspondence in action. By aligning our thoughts, our words, and our actions with the divine will, we become conduits for heavenly energy to flow into our lives and transform our earthly experience. When we choose love over fear, forgiveness over resentment, and faith over doubt, we bridge the gap between the above and the below, allowing the harmony and perfection of the divine to manifest in our world. So I ask you, dear seekers, how will you live this law today? How will you reflect the divine light within you and illuminate the world around you? Our journey now takes us deeper into the fabric of creation, to the very essence of energy itself. The third spiritual law, the law of vibration, reveals a fundamental truth. Nothing rests, everything vibrates. From the smallest subatomic particle to the grandest galaxy, all of creation is in a constant state of motion, a symphony of energy vibrating at different frequencies. Modern science confirms this ancient wisdom. Every atom, every molecule, every cell in your body is alive with vibration, a microcosm of the cosmic dance of energy. Even the words we speak, the thoughts we think, the emotions we feel, all vibrate at specific frequencies, influencing not only our own being, but also the world around us. The Bible speaks to this truth in Psalm 19, verse 1. "The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Just as the stars emit light and energy across vast distances, so too do our prayers, our meditations. Our acts of love and kindness radiate outward, creating ripples in the fabric of existence. When we pray, when we sing hymns of praise, when we lose ourselves in the wonder of nature, we raise our vibration, aligning ourselves with the divine frequency of love and light. Imagine the power of your prayers resonating at this level, merging with the cosmic symphony of creation. Our exploration of the spiritual laws now leads us to a fundamental paradox, a principle woven into the very fabric of existence. The fourth law, the law of polarity, reveals that everything has its opposite. Just as light cannot exist without darkness, joy cannot exist without sorrow. This duality is not a flaw in creation, but rather it is the engine that drives our growth, our evolution, our very understanding of what it means to be alive. In the book of Ecclesiastes we read, "There is a time for everything, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance." This ancient wisdom reminds us that life is a tapestry woven from contrasting threads, from moments of joy and sorrow, triumph and defeat, love and loss. It is in the interplay of these opposites that we discover the fullness of our being. The law of polarity invites us to embrace the full spectrum of human experience, not just the light, but also the shadows. For it is in the darkness that we discover our inner strength, our resilience, our capacity for compassion. When we face challenges, when we encounter obstacles on our path, let us remember that every trial carries within it the seed of its opposite blessing. Just as a diamond is formed under immense pressure, so too are our spirits forged in the crucible of life's challenges. Embrace the duality, dear seekers, for it is in the dance of opposites that we discover the true beauty and complexity of our souls. Our journey through the spiritual laws now brings us to the dance of time, to the ebb and flow of life's energy. The fifth law, the law of rhythm, whispers a profound truth. Everything flows, all things rise and fall. Observe, if you will, the cycles of nature. The changing seasons, the waxing and waning of the moon, the ebb and flow of the tides. These rhythms are not merely external phenomena. They are mirrored within our own being, in the beating of our hearts, the rhythm of our breath, the cycles of our emotions. This law reminds us that life is not a linear progression, but rather it is a spiral dance, a journey of expansion and contraction, of growth and integration. There are seasons for planting and seasons for harvesting, times for action and times for rest. This is the divine order of creation, and when we align ourselves with this natural rhythm, we tap into a wellspring of energy and abundance. In the book of Galatians, we are reminded, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest, if we do not give up." Trust in the timing of your life, dear seekers. For everything there is a season, and when we surrender to the flow, we open ourselves to the infinite possibilities that await us. Embrace the rhythm, dance with the cycles, and know that you are always exactly where you need to be on your journey. Our exploration of the spiritual laws now leads us to a principle as fundamental as gravity itself. The sixth law, the law of cause and effect, is often referred to as the law of karma, the law of sowing and reaping. It states simply, every action creates a reaction. Just as a stone thrown into a still pond creates ripples that spread outward, so too do our thoughts, our words, and our actions create consequences that ripple through the fabric of our lives and the lives of those around us. This law is not a system of punishment or reward, but rather it is a principle of balance and harmony. It reminds us that we are all interconnected and that every choice we make, every action we take, has the power to create positive or negative consequences. In the book of Galatians, the Apostle Paul writes, "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows." This is not a threat, but rather it is an empowering truth. For just as we have the power to create suffering, we also have the power to create joy, to spread love, to make a positive difference in the world. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every thought of compassion creates a ripple effect, contributing to the collective consciousness of humanity. So I ask you, dear seekers, what seeds are you planting today? What kind of harvest do you wish to reap? Choose wisely, for the law of cause and effect is always in motion, weaving the tapestry of your life. One thought, one word, one action at a time. Our journey through the spiritual laws culminates with a profound understanding of the creative forces that shape our universe and our very being. The seventh law, the law of gender, reveals that everything contains masculine and feminine energies. This law is not about physical gender, but rather it speaks to the fundamental polarity that exists within all of creation. Just as the universe is comprised of both yin and yang, light and darkness, expansion and contraction, so too do we carry within us both masculine and feminine energies. In the book of Genesis, we read that God created humanity male and female, reflecting this divine balance within creation itself. The masculine energy is often associated with action, logic, willpower, and outward expression. The feminine energy, on the other hand, is often associated with intuition, emotion, nurturing, and receptivity. These energies are not in opposition to each other, but rather they complement and complete each other. Just as a seed requires both the masculine energy of the sun and the feminine energy of the earth to grow, so too do we need to cultivate both the masculine and feminine aspects of our being in order to fully manifest our potential. When these energies are in balance within us, we experience a sense of wholeness, of harmony, of creative power. We are able to tap into both our intuition and our logic, our strength and our vulnerability, our capacity to give and to receive. Embrace the dance of the masculine and feminine within you, dear seekers, for it is in this sacred union that you will discover the fullness of your creative power and the true meaning of divine balance. My beloved Lumina Eterna family, thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through these powerful spiritual laws. I hope these teachings inspire you to live more fully aligned with God's purpose for your life. If this message resonated with you, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more transformative content. And remember, you are loved beyond measure. Until next time, may your light shine brightly.